A workers' comp final settlement represents the closure of an agreement between the injured worker and the employer or its insurance company. Many workers' comp claims are settled through a negotiation process between the injured victim, the employer and/or insurer, and legal counsel for the parties. A workers' comp settlement may be negotiated if the disabled person's injuries or illness is work-related and some form of lasting disability or impairment exists. Because a final settlement can't be revisited or undone, it's important for the injured worker to understand the pros and cons of final settlement agreement. If the injured worker doesn't agree to settle with the workers' comp insurer, he or she has two options. If the injured disabled worker goes to trial, frequently referred to as a workers' compensation hearing, the judge may rule against him or her. An advantage of agreeing to a settlement offer is that it reduces the risk of the hearing. In some states, the injured worker cannot receive a lump sum payment after a positive hearing outcome. He or she is then limited to the receipt of weekly benefits payments for a period of weeks or years. Some injured workers say they're giving up rights that may not have any future value, anyway. For instance, if the claimant's doctor says the likelihood of additional surgery in the future is low, about 15%, it may make reasonable financial sense to ask the insurer to pay a portion of the cost of future surgery as part of the final settlement today. If the injured worker doesn't need surgery in the future, the negotiation successfully increased the settlement pot. Most states allow the injured worker to give up his or her right to future medical treatments for current medical condition or illness. If the victim is likely to need surgery and expensive treatments in the future, waiving the right to payment might be a pennywise and pound foolish strategy. A final settlement now closes the door to treatments that the injured claimant's medical plan might not pay cover. Accepting the settlement offer can tempt the injured victim to spend principal now. If the lump sum settlement is finalized and the victim spends money instead of investing for future growth, there won't be future weekly benefits payments to rely on. An experienced workers' compensation attorney understands the importance of preparing a clear and concise settlement document. He or she will select proper language to protect your rights to access future benefits when possible. If the workers' compensation final settlement isn't properly written to include certain terms, the injured worker is likely to pay the price. A workers' compensation attorney protects the disabled or ill worker's rights.